I was here Friday.
You were here Friday.
I was gone for a couple weeks. All right, so here we are. We're doing recording. So in the dashboard, when you log in, you would click just Hackworth, and that'll take you to the live because really what I use is a WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. Drag and drop editor, which makes life so much easier these days. And so, and then you would click edit with Thrive, which I already have an instance over here.
Mm-hmm.
So we would, it actually gives the ability now. I'm not sure because I'm logged in as an administrator, but I think you would be able to do everything that you would need to do but we'll find out. If I need to switch you to an admin, we can, but you should be able to click in here and either edit with Thrive Architect, which is like really the one that controls
Thrive,
everything like on the page. That edit the template, basic homepage is like the framework of the design. Okay. So you could come in, I could show you quickly like the difference. Like when you click that, you're going to get access to actually like if you wanted to change the footer and the header and things like that, the ones that are like consistent throughout. And also like the base, like this is post content. So you could change like what was in here. You're not actually able to change the artwork or anything in the template settings. Okay. Like you can't do anything with this. Right. You can go down here. You can change. This is just all post content the way it's, and then you can come down to the footer, and I can edit what I want in the footer and all that jazz. So that's how that is. It's like the ability to, I can come in here and edit this and be like, I want to, change the layout and change the menu, all those kind of things. So anyway, that's just the template editor, which typically you wouldn't, like for what we're talking about, that's not what we're going to, like it keeps trying to do me. All right, so we're just going to save and preview. It's not really, I guess it's a preview, but it's really live. Yeah. I don't know why they say preview, but if you...
They're lying to you.
It says that up there, but like when you do that, it actually updates the site, so it's not a preview. Like you can still do previews without that. So we're going to do it actually with edit with the Thrive Architect. And so what we have going on that we want to update is this top hero section, like hero image. Heard that term? Mm-hmm. Right? So this is not really a true hero image. It's just like, it's kind of a little bit more like a hero image. Obviously, it's an actual image that's like, and then you have your stuff over. I just did a simple one because we're just like, hey, we got this calendar that you guys can pick up. So basically, we come into, you can kind of do whatever you want. Or in the background section, and everything over here is how you do all the editing. Okay. So background style is where, like right now, there's just a pattern, but you have the ability to throw an image in there. Like you find a cool image, or you can do a gradient, or this is a pattern. There's not a lot of patterns, so it's kind of like you got colors and you can change the opacity and all that kind of stuff, and all these jazz in there when you click in. But there's background effects. That's like for if you have an image. So if we were gonna throw in, we'll get rid of that, and we'll throw an image in there just for fun. I'll just throw this one because it's like a good decent size. So the image is typically obviously going to save for web to make sure it's not too big. And I'm crying because it's so emotional. But this is actually probably too big. Like it's only 452 kilobytes, but it's still like 2,500 pixels. But 2,000. Like if you size it down to 2,000 and then save for web, you should be good to be able to upload because you're trying to keep the upload or the download times to a minimum.
Right.
So this is obviously the same graphic we had before. There's different things you can do, like a static image is the one where it looks like it's moving behind you. That's a parallax effect is what that's called. And you can center the graphic differently based on,
what you want.
What is it that makes sense for what you're trying to highlight or whatever. Let's see. I've never really messed with this stuff, but let's see if we throw a CP on this, if it does anything. Oh, well.
Not at 0%, it won't.
not it. What's that? About 50%. Okay, there we go.
There we go. Yeah.
We have the sepia. The sepia is live.
Oh.
Oh, it's antique. All right, cool. It's literally, I don't know.
It does exactly what it said it would do.
First time I've ever even.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
This is from the 90s.
Yeah.
A lot of blurring in the 90s.
Drop shadows and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. Still, you can still throw a drop shadow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But, all right, we're canceling that. Can undo things. You click this.
Nice.
Oh, look how many undos it's going to be doing. I thought because it canceled it would. So it's only got like 10 undos.
Oh, that's kind of sucks, but that's okay. We'll work with it.
There are revisions. Like, you're like, oh crap. Like, let's go back. Like, December 4th was a while ago, though. So.
Oh, you can go back to like before you edited it.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to recreate it all.
But the other thing is you could just leave without saving. Like, oh crap, what did I just do?
Yeah.
Just don't save it. Since there's not a ton of undos, obviously.
Right.
But we can get rid of that. So that kind of shows you the background style.
Yeah.
Layout position. So you can see right now that it's got a -17 on the padding. I always forget. One's padding, one's margins. That's the margin. So the padding's an interior. The margins are on the exterior.
Okay.
So like there was some space in here, like between the menu and that. So I mean, if you just come in here, you wouldn't necessarily have to mess with it. So it's inheriting. Like you can change this, but it's inherent right now. It's got letterata. It's all the Google fonts are in here.
Mm-hmm.
So you can like mess around with it. You can try to match up with like whatever text was used in that. But you know, these things obviously all change based on what you click on. You know, like so this is a text and it's going to give you different options. Some of this stuff is, you know, it's going to be the same types of things you can do, but it also will change based on what you click on too.
Cool.
But obviously you can just click in there and type whatever you want. You can, you know, if you're going to say, I want to put a new image in, like this is the other side that I didn't show you yet. Like you can drag
there's
elements
a whole other side.
And so if you want to put an image in, you can just drag it. Like I want an image right there.
Whoa.
So where you drag it obviously created a new column.
Right, yeah.
And I can undo that. Or if you're like, I'm going to kind of do the same layout, so I'm just going to replace it, whatever. But the idea is to get as close to the, you know, wrapper as far as design concept, but it's something that's going to work for not only for the desktop, but you go down here and you can see what it basically would look like.
Oh, what it looks like on a phone.
On the tablet there, and then all the way over here is your phone.
Oh, nice.
So you can change it based on what it is. So,
so like if I change something on the website, I do have to go back through.
Yeah, you need to double check.
You
don't have to change everything, but there will be certain things
that you have to format properly. Yeah. Okay.
So
that makes
like
sense.
Not everything like drops all the way through for some reason. Like if you change certain things at the top, like on the desktop side, it will like filter down through all three. But then there'll be certain, like I've noticed like background images for some reason I don't know.
They don't carry over.
So you got to go, like I've had that happen before. Like I forgot to update it on the mobile side, and then it's like got to some weird background from the previous post. Just gotta watch that. Trying to see what else might be. Obviously, you can drag in text. If you're going to do buttons, like if you want to throw in like click here for more information, because we just uploaded it. Like I don't think I haven't put this stuff up on the website yet. So, but that's typically what I would do.
You could add a little click.
I would just, I don't obviously want that to be right there. It's a weird layout. Is it not giving me that? I don't know. They change this around sometimes because layout position, you would think that's where you would do your alignment, but it's actually underneath main options. But you can do all kind of different stuff with this. There's templates that you can be like, I mean, I'd usually try to stick with like, you know, what's been used. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel for every single button or whatever. But you can put emphasis on them and stuff that kind of make fun little like animation. Like when you roll over, go to hover. Just like, you can be like, I want it to do a wobble vertical. So when someone mouses over it, it makes it a little,
it'll
draws some
bump a
attention
little.
to them. So you don't have to do any of that, but that just gives you an idea
Cool.
of some of the things happening. The animation action, like that's also where the link comes in, but you can put the link here as well. But
so just put in whatever link you're wanting it to take them to.
yeah, that would be like if I'd actually, which I haven't gotten that information up yet.
Right.
So that would be underneath the equipment. There would be like
a page under there
like
about the
it
two.
is going to be under here somewhere.
Yeah.
Because it is a page wide wrong thing. And I would just link it to whatever. Yeah, so I have to do that later, but
gotcha.
What else is happening over here? Oh yeah, here's columns. Like you can do the drag and drop, and it'll create the columns literally. But you could also just like drag one inside the box. You know, obviously looking where you're dragging because it'll give you different options depending on where you drag it to. But put there, then it'll give you how many columns and stuff.
Oh, nice.
These are like preset, but you can kind of
adjust them.
Different ones too.
Freestyle it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think of anything else. These are the main things that you would use on a regular basis. Content box is what, like, if you wanted a box to be a certain size and then drag other elements inside of it, and text or whatever, so it can be like, I only want this to be this big.
Oh, yeah.
Just constrain it.
Yeah. It all seems pretty easy to use. It's just messing around with the buttons and stuff.
Definitely. It's not rocket science.
No,
it's not like coding
stuff,
which makes so faster, and you can make things look sweet in a short period of time. There are icons. There is an icon thing in here. So if you want to be like, oh, I'm going to add, there's a whole bunch already in here.
Oh, dang. Okay, cool.
Well, so.
Nice.
So I think if we back out of here, or if I just close this, it'll be like, do you want to leave? And I'm like, yep.
Yep, sure I do. And I don't want to save it.
And then it should still be like kind of ugly what it is. But so. Who's more about getting it up there?
And so basically, we want to do kind of a similar version to what I did that wrapper for, but up there.
Definitely. So, and probably even, well, typically we will link it to that. I would say, what I would do is actually link it to like the contact your equipment, your regional sales rep, and then you could, oh wow, that's nice. Something updated and didn't. But anyway, you could send them to this page so they could they could contact their thing. That would be what I would do since we don't have a page yet. But so yeah, that is that. I think we can probably stop.